switching over to the sport to get some more depth. Cellar hole is in that overgrowth. You can't even see it. We can't even get within 10 feet of it, but we're going to swing around this pen and stuff. It's really overgrown, ticks everywhere. But I'm going to give the sport a try so I can get some more depth, because I'm going to need more depth in this area. So we got it on relic mode. Relic mode, my SAT at 4. Iron grunt on. No VCO, no auto modulation. I got reject volume at 20, so I can hear some of the iron, the rejected iron. And I'm just going in two-tone. So anything above iron is all going to sound the same, but that's okay because I'm in a cellar and that's what I want. So sensitivity up a little bit. Some more depth. This little frog here is sitting right out over my target that I want to dig. Come on, buddy. You hibernating? You gotta move, pal. I think he's hibernating. Right over my target. See, jumping 47 to 60. Only about 2 inches. Alright, where are you? I guess it's, maybe it's a bigger target. Oh, it's right in the plug here. This might be an Indian. Yep, Indian head. Frog was sitting, he was guarding this head. You were guarding this little Indian head. Yeah, you were, little guy. You see here, I'm out in the woods, and this is a new cellar hole that I found. By myself today, no Dave. He's out with Lynn, detecting in another town. But anyway, the reason I'm recording this is because I brought out the MX Sport. I busted out the Sport. And I got the new 7-inch double D coil for it. So I'm trying that out around the lip on the cellar hole. And I'm doing pretty good. I'm still getting used to this machine, because I've only used it twice prior to this, and now that was just getting used to it, getting used to its features, its functions. So I kind of figured out how I want my settings for the cellar holes, and I'm definitely in an iron-infested lip, and I'm pulling a handful of brass targets out of the iron around the lip, so that's a good sign. Basically, I'm hunting in relic mode with no discrimination, the way I got the machine set. So I'll just show you what I found so far. So as you can see, I pulled a decent amount of targets out of the iron. I got a 2-piece button. Not sure what's on the front. There's something on the front, but I'm not sure yet. Little horse tack buckle. key, an old lead pencil tip or cover. I don't know exactly what that is. It's just a garter belt clip or suspender clip. And this is pretty interesting. I'm not sure what this is, believe it or not. But this was right on the lip as well. So, as you can see, I'm pulling brass targets out of the iron with the 7-inch double D, new 7-inch double D coil for the sport. So, I'll let you guys know, what I think and how I do after a couple hours. Alright, so as I was saying, right on the edge of the cellar hole, right on the lip. And just after I left you guys off, all on the lip, this big brass piece, this huge horse tack buckle, and those two items just behind me over here, right on the lip. And now, which I think was a really good sign for the MX Sport and the 7-inch coil, is that I was getting a real iffy signal here. I could hear a high tone coming through some iron. So, I pulled out these 2 iron nails, and then sure enough, this was in there with it. And as you can see, this is a bracelet. Alright, you can see all the links there, but on the back side, check that out. All yellow stones. They look like glass stones, but still pretty cool. Looks to be, mid to late 1800s. I'm pegging this site around, 1850s, 1840s, 1850s. I mean, it looks older, so there might be some older stuff underneath some of this mid-1800s items that I'm getting, but that's a real good sign for that 7-inch coil on the MX Sport, because this is just a thin brass backing. You can see all the stones are set into that brass. Pretty cool. So these are some sort of glass stones, yellow glass or something, but pretty cool, man. Let's see, it would have been a bracelet. Pretty sure a bracelet. Gotta be. Or part of a necklace, but I think a bracelet. Alright, so I'm wrapping it up after using the MX Sport with the 7-inch double D. And as you can see, most of this was on the lip of the cellar hole. So it did pretty good. I still need to get used to it. I switched back and forth from relic mode to coin and jewelry mode just to see the differences. I ran a lot quieter in coin and jewelry mode, but running in relic mode is definitely a way to go for me, places I hunt. I just hear more targets in the iron versus the coin and jewelry mode. One thing I did notice is that I was getting some falsing. Anytime I hit a twig or anything, just barely brushing it, I would get a false reading on the machine, which I don't like. I'm not too sure what might have been causing that. Hopefully it's something I could fix by playing around with the settings. But in all, as you can see, I did pretty good, man. Finding the day, this bracelet, this old bracelet is really cool. I really like that, and that was again, that was on the lip underneath 2 iron nails. So the MX Sport did sniff that out. This is pretty cool. This button here, it's an old button. It looks Colonial. It's got some sort of star in the center. I've actually never seen a button like that, but it's definitely a coat-sized button, Colonial era. But most of the items were, mid 1850s to mid 1800s to late 1800s. So, not as old of a site that we normally hunt, but I really wanted to get out and get the sport going and trying it out. This is period though. This is Colonial. This spoon here, and this button. Everything else, I don't think any of it's Colonial. I think it's all mid 1800s. This was right in the lip underneath some iron. You still see the brass shining on it. It says 1877 right there. So more lantern top parts, horse tack, suspender clip. I'm not sure what that's from. I'm not sure what this chain is from. This button is really interesting because there's definitely something on it. I'm gonna clean it up when I get home, and it could be something military. I'm not sure. Find out when I get home, but I definitely see something in the center there. And that's it. Alright, so I cleaned that bracelet up a bit. As you can see, like a orangey yellow stones in it. Those are glass stones. They're not real gems. You see the clasp at the end there. So it's I would put it at, you know, mid to late 1800s bracelet. That's the back of it.